CBK here at Bullspit Movies and TV, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Batman. Batman is one of my favorite comic books of all time, and well, movies in particular. I mean, I watch the shows and all that stuff, but I mean, movies are where it's at for me. I mean, a little more I can take seriously. I mean, for Batman, anyways. And yeah, there's some of the best movies that I've ever seen, anyways. One of my first movies that I can even remember seeing it as a kid, besides E.T., which I don't know why my parents let me watch that, was Tim Burton's Batman, the very first one with the Joker. Great movie, got me hooked on certain actors like Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton, and he just pops up everywhere. He's an awesome actor. Who would have believed that he would have been Beetlejuice, you know, before or after? It doesn't matter. I mean, you can't even tell that's him. But with that being said, I'm going to talk about my favorite movies and then my least favorite movies. I'd have to say it's very close between the new Christopher Nolan movies and the Tim Burton ones. I really like, you know what, it is such a close call. You know what, I'm gonna have to give it to The Dark Knight Rises with the Joker. I mean, you know, it's a great new reboot of the original Batman, and I love Heath Ledger's portrayal of the Joker. It's just an all-around great movie. I didn't even think the third one was as good with Bane and all that stuff. Truly best Batman, hands down. And I mean, it's just proved it at the box office and everywhere else. It's just a great movie, and I can't believe I found that movie at like the dollar store for like $3 or something like that. I mean, it's like, wow. Great movie though. Obviously, second would have to be the Tim Burton one. I mean, you know, if you're gonna go for classic, so that is a classic. It's great. You know what? It's still, you know, honestly, it's still a debate in my mind, but I'm going to put it in second, and great movie. Jack Nicholson pulls off the Joker perfectly. Maybe it's a Joker I love, I'm not sure. Great movie. Couldn't get any better than that. You know, I love the dark Batmans. That's where they should be. The next one I'd have to say, for me, would probably be Batman Forever. I liked Val Kilmer, despite what other people say. It was a little cartoony, but I mean, it dragged me in as a kid. I enjoyed the characters in it. Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey, which is one of my favorite actors again. I mean, they did a great job on that movie, and I really can't put it down. I mean, it had some pretty crappy cliches and stuff like that, but it was enjoyable nonetheless. I mean, I didn't mind it. It wasn't horrible. And then the next one after that would have to be the one with the Penguin there, Batman Returns. My kids don't even believe me, it's Danny DeVito. I picked up a toy actually just the other day of Danny DeVito, the Danny DeVito Penguin. They're like, that's creepy. I'm like, yeah, that's Danny DeVito. And it's like, no, that's not the guy that does the voice for Lorax. But yeah, great movie. Probably one of the sexiest Catwomen in the world. Like, I mean, it is a great movie in its own right. I mean, it's Tim Burton, it's whacked out, it's weird. It has some physics flaws like every other movie I've seen. But you know what? I mean, it's enjoyable to go back and watch it. And it's kind of sad to me that Batman and Catwoman never kissed and made up. It's just one of those sad stories. And you know what? It was set up to actually continue to that second movie. That's the most disappointing thing. But they wanted something that they could, you know, make for kids and make toys. And you know, honestly, I would have rather had the third Tim Burton movie than the one that they had there, actually. I don't know, it just, yeah, it saddens me. I wish they would have I want to know the script. I want to know Tim Burton's script for the third movie, if they ever made one. If someone does, send it my way. I'm gonna look that up tonight. I'm gonna see if there's a third movie that Tim Burton had lined up and it just never happened. Was Catwoman gonna, were they gonna hash out their differences or whatever? I don't know. It just saddens me. And then last but not least, I'd have to say that the fourth one, Batman and Robin, or whatever it is, horrible movie. I mean, I watched it as a kid, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to convince myself it's good. And it's just, you know what, even as a kid, I was just trying to trick myself into liking it. It was just awful, And I think the biggest thing is that turned me off about it is George Clooney was an ER heartthrob, not fucking Batman. And he looks like an old man too. He's got gray hair and shit. Like, I mean, he's suave and sophisticated, but he would have been a better James Bond than Batman. Batman, it's like, come on, he's just too laid back and chill to be Batman. That was the most disappointing Batman ever. And oh man, what's his name? The guy that played Chris O'Donnell, that played Robin, he was such a douchebag, a whiny little shit throughout the whole movie. And it's like, holy crap, guy, you're just lucky to be a Batman. And Batgirl or Batwoman or whatever, I mean, Clueless. The girl that played Catwoman was fucking the girl from Clueless, and it was Alfred's niece, which is not fucking right. It's Commissioner Gordon's fucking daughter that's supposed to be Batwoman. So they completely fucked up the backstory, and I mean, what's his name? Arnold Schwarzenegger just completely chopped up. Like, Mr. Freeze could have been the coolest villain. He's the most cool comic book / cartoon adaptation villain of all time. He's just really awesome. And then they fucking put Arnold in there. It's just like, and put all these, like, a billion shitty puns in there, and just fucked up the character totally. It wasn't even scary. It was just fucking horrible. And I mean, it had potential, but I mean, like, they fucked up fucking Mr. Freeze. And you know what, I could go on and on about that movie, but it's definitely my last. And we'll see how this new Batman and Superman do with Ben Affleck. You know what, I have hopes that it's going to actually be better than the new Batman. like Batman and Robin. I think it's gonna actually be better in that movie. I actually, I didn't think it was that horrible in Daredevil, and I mean, I'll give it a chance, just like I gave Ninja Turtles a chance. It's just, I mean, yeah, I cannot see Ben Affleck as being Batman, but I can see him being Batman over George Clooney any day. I would enjoy seeing Ben Affleck kick George Clooney's ass any day. And he can just pull off a more depressed kind of person too. I mean, you know what? Let's give him a chance. I mean, just throw out this movie and I'll see how it is. I might actually enjoy it. I mean, it can't be any worse than the fucking Superman movie that came out. Like, I mean, we've had so many flop out shitty Superman movies. I mean, a Superman and Batman movie might be alright. Fuck, I never even seen the last one. I heard it was so shitty. Mind you, I didn't mind a Batman or Superman Returns. That was pretty good. Well, in my opinion, anyways. All the old ones with Christopher Reeves. The first one was okay, super long, but it was okay. And I can tell you, they're just give me Tim Burton's Batman. Superman, suck my nuts. And yeah, that's about it. So if you want to know any other opinions about movies that I've seen, or movies that you want me to check out, leaving them in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. So with that being said, I don't really have much more to say about Batman. So good night, Canada and America, and don't forget to eat.